A fierce shutdown between tech giant Elon Musk and government officials has led to shattered careers and mounting controversy. Was this a case of bureaucratic mismanagement, or is there a deeper cover-up at play? With critical data locked away, the truth remains hidden, fueling speculation and raising serious questions about accountability. Wow, this we will be delving into and many more right after the break. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Flash News on Undaunted ABC Amba TV. I am Tabitha Ako. Let's begin. A dramatic standoff at U.S. Agency for International Development has led to the suspension of 2 senior security officials after they blocked Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency team from accessing sensitive government data. U.S. Agency for International Development Director of Security John Voorhees and his deputy were placed on administrative leave following their refusal to grant Department of Government Efficiency members entry into restricted areas, including secure servers, personnel files, and classified intelligence storage facilities. The situation escalated when a senior deputy from Musk's team allegedly threatened to call in U.S. Marshals to forcibly open access. Despite the initial resistance, Doge officials ultimately took control of U.S. Agency for International Development Access System, effectively locking out staff, reading internal emails, and retrieving critical security data. Sources within the agency report that some Doge members lacked the required security clearance to handle classified material, yet they were still able to enter restricted areas unchecked. The fallout from the breach has been swift and severe, with U.S. Agency for International Development placing more than 100 career staffers on administrative leave, further fueling tensions within the agency. One U.S. Agency for International Development official described the atmosphere as chaotic and terrifying, stating that employees now arrive at work uncertain whether they will be allowed to stay or be abruptly dismissed. Elon Musk, who has been openly critical of U.S. Agency for International Development, took to his social media platform X to voice his disdain, labeling the agency a criminal organization and suggesting that it should either be shut down or absorbed into the State Department. In a scathing post, he accused U.S. Agency for International Development of being a viper's nest of radical left masses who hate America. His statement aligned with the Trump administration's reported plans to restructure the agency, with VP Vice President J.D. Vance leading efforts to either downsize it or merge it with another department. As suspensions continue and foreign aid programs face unprecedented disruption, U.S. Agency for International Development is teetering on the brink of the most transformation or total collapse. The power struggle between Doge and the U.S. Agency for International Development has not gone unnoticed by lawmakers. Senior Senate Democrats have condemned the suspensions and broader attempts to dismantle U.S. Agency for International Development, warning that such actions could weaken U.S. influence on the global stage. In a strongly worded statement, they accused the administration of creating chaos that undermines American credibility worldwide. Their concerns underscores a growing debate over whether this crackdown on the U.S. Agency for International Development is an overdue government efficiency measure or a politically motivated purge. As the dust settles, one question remains unanswered. Was this a necessary reform effort, or is it the start of a larger campaign to strip federal agency of their independence? With U.S. Agency for International Development's future hanging in the balance and tensions between Musk's team and government officials at an all-time high, the truth may be buried deep within the data they fought so hard to control. Well, moving over to Democratic Republic of Congo, we have been given updated reports on the ongoing conflict. But rather currently, the European Union is facing a mounting pressure to suspend its mineral trade agreement with Rwanda, following allegations that Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have escalated the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The 2024 EU-Rwanda mineral deal, designed to ensure a stable supply of critical raw materials for Europe's technology sector, has become under intense scrutiny after M23 fighters seized control of Goma, a key city in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The takeover has heightened fears of a broader regional war, prompting diplomatic efforts to reconsider the EU's economic ties with Rwanda. Belgium, the former colonial power in both Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo, has taken the lead in calling for the suspension of mineral imports linked to Rwanda, citing credible evidence of illicit resource extraction. Belgian Foreign Minister Bernard Quintin emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating that international declarations alone are insufficient and that concrete action is necessary. Diplomatic sources confirmed that Belgium has raised the issue at high-level EU foreign ministers' meetings, urging immediate intervention. The 2024 EU-Rwanda Memorandum of Understanding was originally signed to create a sustainable and responsible supply for chain and key minerals used in European industries such as microchips and electric vehicle batteries. Under the agreement, €900 million in European Union funding was allocated to Rwanda's infrastructure, raw material extraction, and climate resilience projects. Rwanda is the world's largest extractor of tantalum, a crucial mineral in high-tech manufacturing, and also supplies tin, tungsten, gold, niobium, and lithium, all of which are essential to Europe's transition to green energy. However, opposition to the deal has been growing, with Democratic Republic of Congo President Felix Tshisekedi condemning it as a provocation and accusing Rwanda of illegally exploiting Democratic Republic of Congo's mineral wealth. Beyond Europe, concerns over Rwanda's involvement in the Democratic Republic of Congo's conflict have been echoed by both the United States and the United Nations. The U.S. government has pointed to intelligence reports suggesting that armed groups are profiting from the illegal mineral trade, with Congolese resources being smuggled into Rwanda and Uganda before reaching global markets. The UN has gone even further, asserting that Rwanda has de facto authority over M23 rebels who are highly trained and strategically positioned in Democratic Republic of Congo's North Kivu province. Meanwhile, a coalition of European Parliament members, including Greens, Liberals, and left-wing lawmakers, has formally called for immediate action. They have demanded the suspension of the EU-Rwanda Mineral Agreement, the imposition of targeted sanctions against Rwanda government officials, and the freezing of EU development aid to Rwanda. As the security situation in North Kivu continues to deteriorate, pressure is intensifying on the European Commission to take decisive action against Rwanda's role in the Democratic Republic of Congo's mineral conflict. With growing evidence linking Rwanda to M23 rebels, the EU now faces a pivotal decision, whether to prioritize its economic interests or take a firm stand against resource-driven conflict in Central Africa. The outcome of this debate could have far-reaching consequences, not only for the Democratic Republic of Congo stability, but also for the integrity of the EU's commitment to ethical trade and regional peace. Well, we'll be moving to Somalia. In a bold and unexpected military move, U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered precision airstrikes against Islamic State group in Somalia, targeting a senior attack planner and several other high-ranking militants. Trump announced the strikes in a direct statement on Truth social media platform, declaring that the operation had successfully eliminated key terrorists hiding in caves while ensuring no civilian casualties. He emphasized that these militants posed a direct threat to the United States and its allies, and that the strikes were a decisive response. The U.S. Africa Command, in coordination with the Somalia government, confirmed the operation and described it as a significant victory in the ongoing fight against terrorism. Initial reports indicated that multiple high-value operatives were killed and a known militant base was destroyed. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth praised the operation as a major escalation in the U.S. counterterrorism strategy, emphasizing that Trump personally directed the mission, marking a clear shift in America's approach to tackling extremist threats in Africa. The Somalia government welcomed the attack, highlighting its strategic importance in the fight against terrorism. In a statement, the office of President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud reiterated Somalia's commitment to eliminating extremism and ensuring regional stability. The U.S. military has been steadily ramping up its operations against Islamic State group and Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia, with several high-profile strikes in recent years. In May 2024, a U.S. drone strike killed 3 Islamic State group in Somalia militants, and in 2023, Special Forces eliminated a senior Islamic State group's leader and 10 militants in a cave raid. More recently, in January 2025, U.S. airstrikes in Syria took out a senior Al-Qaeda operative. Well, Trump's latest action signals a potential shift in U.S. counterterrorism efforts, raising questions about whether this is the beginning of a broader military intervention in Somalia and beyond. Experts warn that Islamic State group cells in Somalia remain active, engaging in kidnappings, attacks, and advanced military training exercises. Trump, however, made it clear that the U.S. will continue its aggressive stance against terrorism, stating that the message to the Islamic State group in Somalia and others who threaten America is simple: we will find you and we will kill you. With hundreds of Islamic State group fighters still operating in Somalia, military officials expect continued operations in the region. Whether this marks the beginning of a larger global offensive, it remains uncertain, but Trump's counterterrorism doctrine is clearly back in full force, and the world is watching. Well, until next time, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's Flash News. Remember, we'll be bringing you untold stories on Undaunted at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Do have a pleasant day and stay safe.